I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me.
Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
And I wasn't happy with it. I just, you know when it feels right and you go, okay, yeah, that's right, and you walk away. But something about it didn't feel right. So my husband flew to Florida to be with his sister, and I thought, Grandpa just passed away. I climbed back up the ladder, took down all the tinsel, and I cut 1,000,000 strings of yarn and put it up on the tree for him. And the reason for him, because in mid-70s probably, he worked for Dow Tile, and they wanted everybody to start wearing ties to work, and he didn't like anyone telling him what to do. So he took the yarn out of his wife's braid and tied it around his neck, and he said, there's my tie. And he wore a piece of yarn every day to work. My grandfather was a concrete man. They didn't have indoor plumbing for the longest time, and just, poor people. He built his house with his own hands, and all the kids were born there. After he passed away, it then later burned, and his tool shed, he was just always busy in his tool shed. We went out and I found these chairs. Rat infested, nasty, and my mom said that was one of the only 2 things that she knew of him still having from when her mom was alive. So I took them and
they're awesome.
Reupholstered them and brought them. So these are my husband's father had his 90th birthday a few years ago, and we went back to his house and started digging around in the garage, and I found this jackpot. And they're journals, or calendars actually. My mother-in-law treated them like journals from 1954 to 1996. I only have 1 year that's missing, but she would just talk about, write down everything that was going on in their day. She was teaching, if people were coming over to dinner, when her kids were born, when our kids were born. I sat on the floor, and when they went to the dentist, I think this is just amazing to me. She was also a poet, and so on the girls' wall, actually on Elliot's side, is a poem. It was the last poem she'd ever written before she died, and it was about Elliot had been to visit her that summer, and I was against the trip because I thought she was too young, and my husband talked me into letting her go, and then she died the next week. So for her to have written that poem and actually get it in the mail, she was a huge procrastinator, was amazing. So it's framed and hung on her wall. I'm so excited. It's like when the girls come home, I get all the kids home. That's the first thing I do is run and I flip on
vacancy.
There's nothing that makes me happier than having a house full. But it was really sad when you have to turn it back to vacancy.
Aww.
And so
Christmas
I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry
if
Christmas
only in my dreams.
Although it's
I'll
been
be
said
home
many
for
times, many
Christmas.
ways. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.